Hello, hockey fans. Welcome to the Coliseum. I hope we have you back here. Looks like we got a couple people starting to jump in. I'm trying to get things back up and running. I had to run a hotspot off of my phone here. I'm sorry, trying to get everything situated, myself situated here. We're underway here, 17:51 of Game 7 here from the Coliseum for the GLHL tournament. I do apologize as had some issues with the internet. Hopefully things are coming through. It shows that we got good quality here coming through from my cell phone reception here. Hopefully we're able to hold you a good enough, strong enough feed that we can take care of this live stream for you. Hopefully try and figure something else out here. Get another internet cable or something like that run over here and try and get things fixed up. Want to give a big thank you to Visit Keweenaw, a great presenting sponsor here for the weekend for our broadcast. Today's Game 7 matchup is between the hosting Calumet Wolverines and the Depere Deacons. Early morning start here as we didn't get out of here until well after midnight last night. Mosening and Portage Lake wound up going into overtime. It was only about 8 seconds of the overtime, but you know, it was 8 seconds of free hockey, I guess. What can I say? Depere able to get it back down into the Calumet end. They're going to stop up on the far side. Tried to send it across. It was broke up there by the Wolverines. They're going to send it all the way back down into the Depere end. 16-41. Shots even here, 2 apiece as we get started this morning at the historic Coliseum in Calumet. Got to get a power cord out here. I do apologize, guys. I'm sorry, kind of coming in late and not having it all together as we were pulling stuff out of here because it was so cold last night and just didn't get here quite as quick as I needed to this morning, I guess, to get everything going for you. Well, on top of that, having problems. You know, it's always something. We'll get through it, though. It's day 2 here at the GLHL tournament in Calumet, Michigan. Shot sent in from out at the point. Knocked down. There we go. We got a little bit of power now on the camera. We won't lose battery there. Depere bringing it out through the neutral zone. They're going to dump it down into the Calumet end. It was touched, so no icing called. Once again, thank you to all of you joining back on. Do apologize that we had the issue with the internet and the live stream cut out there in the beginning. Shot in there, deflected just wide. Calumet going to dump it back down into the Depere end. 15:32 here remaining in the first period. Calumet and Depere. Love it when they end up on the same page of the booklet. Appreciate Alex printing off the rosters for me here, but it's nice to have it in the booklet where it's a little bit smaller too, I guess. Calumet going to toss it around the back of the net. Going to come up the boards down into the Depere end. Depere's going to wrap it around the back of the net. Send it all the way down the length of the ice. We're going to have an icing here. 15:04. Shot in, looking for the 5-hole, able to get it closed. Sent off the backboards. Perper going to send it out. Out in the neutral zone, picked up by Calumet. Sorry, guys, trying to get the last power cord I need here connected. Shot's going to get tossed all the way down in. Hubbard's going to send it around the back of the net. Tossed out in the slot, looking for a centering pass there. Up a little higher. Cal moving it down in to the Depere end. Calumet throws it back up. Stopped up behind the net and tossed back up the boards. Calumet's going to gather it up out in the neutral zone, throw it off the boards in front of the penalty box. Off on the far side, tipped in, kicked right back out into the neutral zone. Dropped into the far corner, going to come around the back of the net with it. Calumet going to dump it in, swiped aside.
Fans, check out this weekend's
13-12 here.
Sponsoring businesses. We appreciate their assistance in bringing you the 2023 Great Lakes Hockey League Tournament. In addition, you can find rosters and a schedule of today's games. Reminder that all game times start 1 hour later than listed in the program. That will include the next game, Marquette and Fox Cities here at the Coliseum.
Calumet able to get it. Depere able to get it in. I believe that was off the stick of Rukamp. We'll wait for the official decision. Sorry, guys, I'm running around here trying to get everything set up. You'd think I'd have it set. Depere able to control off the draw, waiting for the call. Sent down into the Calumet end.
Depere Deacons goal scored by number 68, Johnny Rukamp. Assisted by number 72, Steve Phillips. Time of the goal, 6 minutes, 52 seconds. That's 68 Rukamp from 72 Phillips at 6:52 of the first period.
.43 here remaining. Deacons up 1-0 over the hosting Calumet Wolverines. Phillips pushes it out into the neutral zone. Calumet able to break it up. They're going to get it back into the Deacons end here as it was shot into the zone by Cam Kopinen. Standing on my wire, wondering why things are all tight on me. We're gonna have an icing here. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get my mic wire put away where it's out of the way here. Clip keeps breaking off of it. I got to put it back on. Calumet, big shot, just wide though. Okay, hopefully now I got everything out of my way here, and I won't get caught up. Kicked out into the neutral zone, swept behind him and back into the Calumet end. Calumet's going to move it ahead out into the neutral zone, swatted right back in, but the Deacons are offsides. Faceoff's just outside the Calumet zone. Calumet going to control the draw. Moved off to the far side. Dennis dropped it off. Left it out there for Boberg, who dumped it in. Moved around the back of the net. Centering it out. Deacons come out of the zone with it. Back down into the Calumet end. It's dumped down in by O'Brien. Dennis brings it out from below the goal line. They feed it up to Phillips. He has it poked away. Costello chases it down. Perper pinches him off on the boards. Excuse me. Wolverines push it back down behind the net. Perper's going to send it around the back of the net. Perper going to send it down the length of the ice here. 9:18 remaining in the first period. Shots virtually even. 7 for Calumet, 6 for the Deacons. 9:18 here remaining in the first period. Face-offs going to be just to the left of Touches. Off on the near side corner, pushed down below the goal line. Out high, shot coming in there from Sherman Mowry. Calumet moves it up the boards on the far side. Costello sends it across here to the near side. Phillips tried to chop it out of the air. Calumet defense able to break it up there. He's going to leave it off for Phillips. Tossed out. Pass intercepted coming in on the far side. Pushed around the back of the net. Knocked down by Jim Bray. He pushes it ahead. Picked up. Moved through the neutral zone and pushed down into the Calumet end. Calumet going to bring it right back into the Depere end. Moved off to Michael Babcock. Babcock right out front there. Had it knocked away as he came across in front of the net. Bray going to send it back in. Came directly across and it actually hit Centira. Back down into the Deacons zone here. It's tossed around the back of the net. Andrews moves it ahead. Kicked out and coming through the neutral zone with it is Kopanek. Behind the net with it, Babcock. Moves it out ahead. Unable to catch the pass as it came through is Zizek. Throwing off the boards. Back in to the Deacons end. Perper's going to move it across. Over on the far side, the Deacons try to move it ahead. but it's broke up by Calumet. Bray tries to poke it ahead. Deacons able to get control. Perper's going to move it across to the far side. They got a man over here on the near side as it comes across. It was Kolpanak, and he wasn't able to control it. It went down in the corner around the back of the net. Calumet's going to send it all the way down in here on Touches, and it's going to get tossed out back down the length of the ice. Calumet gathers it up. That was Clough that gathered it up there for Calumet. Perper breaks it up just outside the Calumet zone. He's knocked down there by Cliff. Cliff now with it, moves it off to the far side. Over on the boards on the far side, that was Carson. Comes out high here to Cliff. Cliff's going to send it in wide of the net. Moved off to the far side. Sent in from the top of the circle. Looks like it went right off of, that was Ruther. Shot in here. Glove down. He didn't know where it was at. Came into the corner. Perper back there. He knew where it was. He's going to push it up into the boards. And it's a souvenir for a lucky fan. You got a souvenir! That's theirs. They earned it. Couple kids got it there. Deacons move it across onto the far side. Andrews going to toss it up high through the neutral zone. Tried to poke it down there was Centira. Calumet coming back down into the Deacons end. That's Scott with it. Scott Lucas, excuse me. One's got the names forward, one's got the names backwards. Yeah, sorry guys. It's too early in the morning. Back into the Deacon zone. Beautiful spin move there. Lost control of it though. Phillips going to be bringing it back the other way. Back down into the Calumet zone. We're going to have a penalty coming up on Calumet here as Ruther was tripped up coming into the zone. 5:10 here remaining in the first period. Calumet out shooting the Deacons 10-6. But they're headed off to the sin bin. That's Dudness. That's coming in to the sin bin. Phillips facing off for the Deacons. It's moved out high to the point and sent back down in around the back of the net. To Dennis.
2 minutes for tripping. Time of penalty, 14 minutes, 50 seconds. That's to Dennis. A minor for tripping at 14:50 of the first period.
Andrews moves it down. Passes it to Machuski. Move to Phillips. Work back out to Anderson, high on the point. They're off sides here. 4:33. 1:23 remaining. Dudanis' penalty. Sorry guys, trying to fix my headset. Once again, I want to give a big thank you to Visit Keweenaw, our great presenting sponsor here for the weekend. Be sure to check them out online, Facebook, Twitter. They're all over the place. Visit Keweenaw, great sponsor here presenting the 2023 GLHL tournament to you here live on E3. Back down into the Wolverines zone, Rukamp tried to send it across. He tried to feed it across to Machuski, and it's going to get sent all the way back down to Touches. We're going to have an icing here as it was tossed up the length of the ice here. 33 seconds remains in Dudanis' penalty. 3:43 here remaining in the first period. Once again, want to thank all of you that have tuned in this morning here to watch our opening game of Saturday here at the 2023 GLHL tournament. Calumet working it around. Sent in just wide of the net. On the outside, crashing in on the near post. Sent in just wide. Going to come all the way out to the far side. Bray's going to send it in. Coming down, crashing, trying to get to it is Kulpinen. Deacons now bring it around the back of the net.
Wolverines return to full strength.
Wolverines penalty is over. On the far side, battling for it in the far corner. Wolverines push it up the boards. Out here to the near side. Tried to send it in, did Kulpinen. It's going to come back out into the neutral zone. Hurrying back to gather it up is Boberg. Boberg gives it off there to Kulpinen. Broke up by Panzer. He's going to move it off. Comes down. O'Brien tried to push it down into the zone. It was broke up there. Calumet bringing it back the other way. Left off between the legs. Moved down low. Shot there off the side of the net. Beautiful opportunity for him there. Great passing by Calumet. Gathered up out in the neutral zone. Cliff's going to move it ahead. Over on the far side, Rostello pushes it down behind the net. Picked up back there. Pushed up the boards. O'Brien tries to get it up out of the zone. Over on the far side. Calumet able to break up the play here right down in front of us. That was Cliff that slid through and broke it up. Dudanis moves it across. Cliff with it. He tries to send it across. It's broke up there by Rucan. Here's Rostello. Rostello's shot goes off of, that was Scott Lucas. Coming back through the neutral zone. It's sent in on Hubbard. Coming in from Rukamp. Nobody able to get it settled down here.
Last minute of play in the first period.
Moved off to the far side. Andrews moves it ahead. Phillips with it now. Tries to step through. Great defense there from Cliff. I call him Cliff because it was backwards on the other side. It's Jermu. Back into the zone here. Andrews dumped it back over on the far side with the Deacons. Able to move it across to Phillips here. He puts it in the back of the net. Top corner over the shoulder of Hubbard. 13 seconds remaining here in the first period, and the Deacons up 2-0 over the hosting Calumet Wolverines. Seems to be that the internet's holding. I don't know how long my Wi-Fi hotspot will last at all this, but we'll see what we can do here.
Depere Deacons goal scored by number 72, Steve Phillips. Assisted by number 68, Yanni Rukamp, and by number 26, Riley Christensen.
And the Wolverines break the goose egg. Beautiful shot from high out on the point. It was tipped, I believe, and Touchaz didn't have a chance at it. 3 seconds here remaining in the first period. It's 2-1 here as we get close to the first intermission.
begin on the Depere goal with 72 Phillips from 68 Newcamp and 26 Christensen. Time of that goal, 19 minutes, 46 seconds. Calumet Wolverines goal scored by number 19, Dylan Boberg, assisted by number 24, Max Fredrickson, and by number 74, Sherman Mowry. Time of the goal, 19 minutes, 56 seconds. 19 Boberg from 24, Fredrickson, 74 Mowry, and 19:56 of the first. First period saves for the Wolverines, Hubbard, 7. For the Deacons, 11. Fans, don't forget to stop by the concession stand or the Wolves Den for refreshments or visiting the merchandise tables. We'll see you back here for the second period in just a few moments.
Once again, big thank you to our great presenting sponsors at Visit Keweenaw, helping us out to bring you this broadcast here all weekend long. Coliseum. Underway here for the second period. Sorry, I was trying to fix a camera here. Got one that's running a little bit dark on the on one of the zones. Off on the far side, Phillips had it pinned off on the boards. Dug away there. Shot there. Glove down. Gonna come out in front. Pushed off into the far corner. Around the back of the net with it. That's forced. Calumet sends it off to Shaz. They had a great opportunity off the far side, but they were unable to capitalize there as it came across. Shot there! Tuchaz able to get out in front of it. Great opportunity, but it was stole away. Coming through, I believe we're going to have a penalty coming across here. Actually going to be a trip call coming in on Tuchaz. Sorry, don't know what happened there. All right, think we got it back up here.
Called on number 44, Tyler Andrews. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 1 minute, 2 seconds. 44, Andrews, a minor for tripping at 1:02 of the second period.
Calumet working it across the blue line here. Drop back down low into the corner. Worked out. Hard shot off the chest of Tuchaz. Swept out, unable to catch it though. It's going to come all the way back out of the zone. Wolverines going to have to cycle it back through their zone. Phillips with it now. He's going to send it out through the neutral zone with it. Stopping back up is Riley Christensen. Christensen with it. Going to send it high through the air, all the way down the length of the ice onto Hubbard. Picked up by Calumet. Lucas bringing it through the neutral zone. Lucas steps around, swatted in. I think that was swatted by a Deacons player trying to clear it, and it actually went in on Tuchaz. Turning it back on the far side, able to steal it away. Looking for the centering pass there. Deacons, full strength here. Puck's gonna go off into the far corner. Moved out high out onto the point. Shot in there from the top of the circle, coming in from Boberg. Phillips dumps it down into the Calumet zone. Coming back to pick it up was Bray. He moved it off, now he's giving right back to him. To the neutral zone. Michael Babcock has it knocked away from him. Back into the Deacons zone. It's gloved down there by Hubbard on the shot from Kolpanek. Well, Kolpanek, I can't even talk this morning. It's kind of Walchuk. Sorry, guys. I murder names. I'm sorry. Glance down, and it just, what comes out, comes out. I'm sorry. I'm horrible. I know. Got to wake up. It's still early. Trying to get some coffee in me. Off on the far side. Pushed off the boards. Wolverines move it to the near side here and back off in front of their bench. Shot in comes across in front of Touches. Right out front there looking for the tip was Haru. Moved around the back of the net to Deacons. Panzer throws it up high through the air. Down the ice. Excuse me, that was not Panzer. That was Andrews. Poked away from Dunanis. With it now is Rother. Rother pinned off on the boards. Centering pass there right out front. Dunanis is able to block it up so that Hubbard can get on top of it. 14:54 here. We're going to wake up. Here we go. Oh, the coffee gets cold quick. Yucca. Calumet able to control off the draw. They're going to turn it back up the boards here. Shear moved out in front, coming across. The Deacons have to chase it back down into their end. Tossed off into the far corner. It's picked up by Perper. Turned back by Panzer. Panzer battling for it. It's taken away by the Wolverines. Moved out high to the point. Sent back down in there by Fredrickson. Panzer moves it off to the far side. Tries to push it back in. And come down. Wolverines gathered up back in their zone. Moved ahead, Perper able to intercept the pass. He's got a man coming back into the zone. It's Rukamp. Rukamp with the rebound. Second shot at it. Calumet coming back out of the zone. Through the neutral zone and into the Deacons end. Boberg with it. Sends it across in front. One-timer there out front as Lucas turned the corner. Perper sends it ahead. He's got Rukamp on the line. Phillips tries to get to it as Rukamp tossed it behind to him. Bray with it now. Tosses it up the boards. Picked up there by Andrews. Bray going to gather it up for the Wolverines down below the goal line. Moved up off the boards. Andrews. Centering pass here. Shot coming in from Christensen. Phillips tries to send it in. He had a man in his way. Couldn't get a good shot off with it. Coming back through the neutral zone here. It's moved off onto the near side. I believe that's Phillips, but I'm not 100% on that. Move to Michael Babcock on the far side. Babcock sends it in. Kick save there by Tueshes. Back down into the Wolverines' end here. That's Finn with it that came into the zone. Babcock moves it off to Rostello. Rostello back to Babcock. Broke up there. Continuing into the zone, the Wolverines work it off. Centering pass there. Babcock going to pinch down. He's going to send it across the front. It's going to go off the bar there. Drop back down into the corner. Coming down to battle for it is Nixa. Pushed around the back of the boards. Satiri. battling for it, pushes it back. Kicked right out front here as it comes out to Matt Yeo. Yeo sent it in on the net. Turned back up. Kolpinen pushed it around the back of the net. Going to come out. Babcock tried to stop it up at the line, but it's going to jump over his stick, come all the way down. And we're going to have an icing here. 11-17 remaining in the second period. It's 2-1 Deacons over the hosting Calumet Wolverines here. Wolverines looking to light that fire. Excuse me. Michael Babcock draws it back to Dudanis. Babcock able to win the draw there. Kopo pushed it back and Dudanis sent it in. But the biscuit was eaten up by Ruther as it came to cross. Babcock sends it out, sent back into the zone here by Cliff Jamore. Moved out through the neutral zone here. Deacons back in. Bellinger pushes it down in behind the goal line. Dudanis pushes it up onto the far side. That's Karstru. Into the zone here with it. Kolpo pinned off on the boards. Moves back out into the neutral zone. Picked up on the far side. Dudanis sends it all the way in. It's gloved down there by Toucheos. Broke up there. Rukamp tried to bring it into the zone. It was poked away from him. Brought back through the neutral zone here by Williams. Broke up. Perper sends it out to Phillips. Phillips going to send it across here to Rukamp. Back over through the neutral zone. Perper is going to be the first one to it. He pushes it off the boards. It's going to be intercepted there by Williams. Williams moved it off. Gave it to, I think it was Fredrickson there. Perper gathers it up for the Deacons. Going to come all the way back down. And we're going to have an icing here. 9:30 remaining in the second period. On the draw was Lucas. Moved it out. And Lucas able to tuck her into bed. We're tied at 2 here at the Calumet Coliseum. 9:25 remaining in the second period. Calumet's out shooting the Deacons here 2-1 basically. It's 26-12. So a little better than 2-1. And they finally made good on it and put her in the back of the net. Draw one by Lucas. Moved back. Moved off to the far side. Johnson now. Moved it off to, that was Lucas that sent the shot in.
Calumet Wolverines goal scored by number 12, Brent Lucas.
Locus, excuse me.
Assisted by number 19, Dylan Bober. Time of the goal, 10 minutes, 35 seconds. That's 12, Locus from 19, Bober. Shot
there, Deacons come back, put it back ahead by 1. Rukamp put it in the back of the net there for the Deacons. 8:49 here remaining in the second period. Wolverines want to answer right back here. Maury on the draw for the Wolverines. It's drawn back out. Coming back into the zone with it. Kolpinen pushed it around the back of the net. Picked back up Maury. Tried to move it ahead, but it was broke up there. Moved off to the near side. Andrews going to move it out of the zone for the Deacons. Out through the neutral zone with it is Rucan. Sent around the back of the net. Going to be blocked up on the boards there by Centira. Rostello back with it through the neutral zone. He's going to move it off to the far side. Shot in, looking for a tip there from Bray as it came in off the stick of Matt Yeo. Yeo tries to send it out front. Moved out. Big shot here out front, but it's eaten up by Tuchels. Shot came in from Kolpinen. On the draw is going to be Maury for the Wolverines. Batted it out of the air. Nice little base hit as he moved it back out. Big shot there. Kick save there by Tuchels. Around the back of the net with it. Brings it back out this side. Moved off into the near side boards here. Coming back into the zone. Glove down there as it comes across in front of Hubbard. Off the shot by Nick Bellinger. Back into the Deacon zone. Dropped off there for Rostello. He centers it. He puts it in the back of the net. Rostello ties it up. Putting the home team back tied up. We're at 3 apiece here at the historic Coliseum in Calumet. 7:28 remaining in the second period. All tied at 3 apiece. The winner of this game will take on the Eagle River Falcons at 2 o'clock. Puck's going to go all the way down. Hubbard able to gather it up. Back down below the goal line. Broke up there, right out front. As he tried to come across in front, it was broke up by Ruther. Michael Babcock back into the zone. He had a man coming across. That was Kopo. Babcock centers it out, moves it to the top of the circle. It was sent back in there by Johnson. Johnson moves it down in low, sent at the post from a short angle. Moved out across and shot in by Fredrickson. It was gloved down there by Tuchels. Tuchels able to get the stop here. 6:39. We're all tied up at 3. Puck's pushed down into the corner by Fredrickson. Babcock tried to get to a big shot there coming in from Seth Kopo. Phillips with it. Stops it up behind the net. He's going to move it off onto the near side here. Tossed out through the neutral zone. Rucan tried to knock it down as he was coming down into the zone. 6:22 here in the second period as it hopped over Rucan's hand there and nobody touched it. Looked like he did, but didn't look. Yes, I just didn't have the right angle on it. I couldn't really fully tell whether or not he touched it. Phillips now facing off there with Karppinen. Coming around the back of the net, centering pass here out front. It was swept away. Tried to push it ahead anyway, was Carmenini. Spun around, sent back in it by Carmenini. Behind the net, looking for a centering pass. It's swept away there by Rucan. We got a penalty coming up here for a slash. 5:32. And penalty's going to be against, I believe, Phillips. Oh, no, excuse me. It's not. It's against Calumet. I was talking to Phillips. I didn't see the guy from Calumet coming on over. It's going to be on Isaac Avery. So the Deacons on the power play here.
Calumet Wolverines penalty on number 22.
Tied up. Able to move it off here. Rukamp sends it in, but we're going to have stoppage here coming into the zone. 5:18 here. Just 14 seconds knocked off the penalty. Rukamp leaves it back to Phillips. Move back down to Rukamp. Off on the far side. Wolverines send it down all the way down on two shots. Andrews moves it across to Phillips. Phillips pushes it around the back of the net. Andrews stops it up on the far side. Moved out high to the point. Sent over to Rukamp here along the near side boards. Battles to come into the center. He's taken down. No call there as he comes into the slot. Swept away there. Back into the neutral zone. Rukamp's going to feed it across. He's got a man coming into the zone. That's Riley Christensen. Phillips moves it out high to the point. Sent across. Sent back in by Andrews. Right out front with it. He's got them all tied up. Believe the net's off there. 350. Great opportunity, but Calumet playing great defense, able to stop him up as they had him just tied up right off the far post. He wasn't able to get that rebound. That hopped out to him. Finn gonna face off with Sherman Mowry. Puck's gonna come all the way back down. Chushas knocks it down. Deacons work it around the back of the net. It's given off to Kolpanen. Kolpanen gonna feed it ahead as it comes through.
Wolverines return to full strength.
Excuse me, I'm on the wrong side. Broke up there as it comes across. Konowalchuk moves it along. Shantira moves it across. He gives it off to Majewski. Rostello gives it to Babcock. It just into the zone. He's going to send it in. He's looking for that 5-hole. 3:07 remaining here in the second period. Babcock on the draw for the Wolverines. Deacons able to control. They're going to move it out from behind the net. Rothel tried to get it out. Dudanis knocked off his feet. He was tripped up there coming across. Moved over onto the far side coming in. Majewski tried to get into the zone. Here's O'Brien. He's taken off his feet on the far side now. Calumet gets control of it. They're bringing it back out through the neutral zone. Seth Dudanis now with it. Shot there just wide. Going to come all the way back down. Wolverines going to have to come back to gather it up. That's Fredrickson. He moves it ahead. Tried to feed it off to Kopo. All the way back down in the Wolverines' end. Sent around the boards. Fredrickson couldn't get it up far enough as it was broke up there, coming across by Christensen. Back now and into the Deacons zone. It's moved across. Shot there coming in from Seth Kopro. Andrews turns back. He's going to leave it off for Phillips. Phillips leaves it off to Andrews. Moved all the way up to the Wolverines' blue line, sent in. Hard shot from Riley Christensen. Phillips into the zone. Tries to feed it down. He was looking to get it across there to Christensen, but unable to capitalize as the Wolverines playing some good defense. Two hands. Icing here, 1:02 remaining in the second period. All tied at 3 apiece. Wolverines firmly out shooting the Deacons 34-15.
Last minute of play in the second period.
Wolverines send it back down into the zone. Excuse me, I'm sorry. That was not. Wolverines going to send one in off the shoulder of Tushas. On the far side, coming back into the zone, Trevor Johnson brings it down through the corner. It's broke up there by Andrews. Pushed around the back of the net. It's going to be picked up by Machewski. Moved out high through. Andrews with it here again. Throws it high through the neutral zone into the Wolverines' end in the far corner. Excuse me. Back there with it, Johnson. That's going to do it here for the second period. I'm sorry, I'm going to step away and try to fix a couple things that I got going on here that's pulling my attention away. We'll be back with you here shortly. I don't think we're going to have to cut out here. We should be able to hold to, but we got a couple things to get worked out. Want to say a big thank you to our great presenting sponsor here, Visit Keweenaw. Don't forget to check them out online and help support them. Be sure to get up here. Visit Keweenaw, Adventure North to Michigan. Back underway here at the Calumet Coliseum. Calumet able to control on the draw. They're going to bring it right down in to the Deacons' end. That one's going to go up in the netting behind the goal. 19:47 here. We're all tied up at 3 apiece here at the Coliseum. Hopefully things still coming out decent for you guys and whatnot. I'm sorry I'm unable to see any type of comments. Beautiful opportunity out front there. Tushas able to get in front of it and knock it down. Gotta get the coat off. No matter how much I want to stay warm, it's just uncomfortable. Back down into the Wolverines' end here. Wolverines feed it out all the way high out onto the Deacons' blue line. Shot there just wide of the net. Tipped up out through the neutral zone. It's the ref as he tries to push it up the boards. Off on the far side in front of the Deacons bench. They're able to dig it out. Tossed back down in. Wolverines gather it up. Move it out through the neutral zone. Rostello moved it off here. Gave it out to Bray. Swept away there by Perper. Sent across the front by Locus. Face off to the far side of Tushas. Poked away. Pushed up the boards on the near side here. Finn tried to chase it down. It was broke up there and pushed off to the far side by Jermu. Centira moves it out high to the point. Sent in across the front, looking for a tip there from Finn. Wolverines push it off the boards. Dudanis gets it out high. Perper's going to send it in. He was looking for a tip there as it came across the front by Centira. Coming back into the zone here. Wolverines going to be offside. 17:34 remaining in the third period. Back out in the neutral zone. Calumet throws it down into the Deacon zone. It's moved across to Perper. Dudanis stands up O'Brien there just outside the blue line. Dudanis going to tip it down into the Deacon zone. Pushed up the boards here to O'Brien. O'Brien moves it ahead. He's going to give it off to Bellinger. Nick Bellinger sends it in. Deflected off into the far corner. Bellinger going to keep it into the zone. Pushed down below the goal line here. Picked up by Ruther. Wolverines able to bring it back out through the neutral zone here. That's Johnson with it. Johnson fighting for it. Mike Babcock grabs it up. He pushes it out to the point. Sith Kopo sent it in. Steve Phillips now pushes it down into the Wolverines' end. Picked up back there behind the net by Fredrickson. Moves it out high to the point to Carstow. I shouldn't say to the point, it was to the blue line. Anderson battling for it back there for the Deacons. Moved across onto the far side to Maciejewski. Pushed ahead. Ruther back into the zone. It's broke up back out into the neutral zone. Picked up there by Maciejewski. Going to push it off the boards on the far side to Christensen. Christensen feeds it off to Phillips. Phillips now with it. Stops top of the circle. Pushes it down in. It's going to be gathered up back there by Seth Koval. Wolverines toss it high out all the way to the length of the ice here. We're going to get a stoppage for icing here. 15:03. Wolverines get a change, and it's going to be a face-off to the far side there. In front of Hubbard. Deacons able to control off the draw. Christensen moves it across out on the point. Maciejewski sends it down in. Picked up by Rukamp. Rukamp pushes it back down to Phillips. Phillips with the centering pass right out front there to Christensen. Blocked away. Phillips picks it up. He looks to center it back out. Broke up there by the Wolverines. Coming back out through the neutral zone now here. Wolverines back into the Deacons' end. Left off here. Deacons able to break it up. Coming back the other way. Christensen with it. Feeds it off to Rukamp. To Christensen. His shot just wide of Hubbard. Going to move off to Phillips. Rukamp battling for it back there with Bray. Trying to dig it out back there is Carmenini. Phillips pushes it through. Rukamp pins it off on the boards again. Bray back there trying to dig it out. Glove down there as it comes into the neutral zone by Maciejewski. Phillips stood up on the blue line by Bray. Back there coming up the far side. Able to get it up out of the zone. Purper's going to move it across to the near side here, and it's going to be dumped down into the zone by Panzier. Shot there off the short angle on the near side here. 13:32. Was gloved down there by Hubbard as came in. Beautiful shot though, coming in from about the face-off dot on the near side circle. Deacons tried to move it across. It was broke up there by the Wolverines as it came in. Back into the Deacons zone here. Coming into it with it is Maciejewski. Excuse me, that was not. That was Scott Locus. On the wrong side of my rosters here. Moved out here on the near side. Sent across over in front of the Deacons bench. It's picked up there by Centira. Move back to Panzier. He's going to move it across to Purper. He moves it ahead, gives it off to Konowalchuk. Udanis with it now. He sweeps it back up the boards. It's picked up there by Brett Locus. Purper pushed him off. Back on the far side, Udanis going to send it in. It's broke up there as it comes across by Panzier. Moved out through the neutral zone here. Picked up and brought back ahead by Scott Locus. Coming around the back of the net with it there, battling for it in the corner. Pushed ahead. Purper's going to push it back down in. Gathered up there, and Maciejewski sends it in at Hubbard. Excuse me, that was not Maciejewski. That was actually Ruther. No, it was Machuski. I was going to say, I didn't see the hair. They both turned around and I saw the 8, so that's why I went to Machuski, or the other one. Ruther. Push down, O'Brien stops it up back there. He sends it out. Ruther tried to gather it up. He was tied up by Rostello out front. Moved out into the neutral zone. Sent across here by Christensen. O'Brien moves it back to Christensen here again. Back in the far corner. Christensen's going to gather it up. Spins back. He's going to take it around the back of the net here to the near side. Comes out in front. Comes off to the far side. Going to move it off to Ruther on the far side. Looks for a centering pass. He's taken hard into the boards and taken down. Hubbard able to glove it up there. 11-18 here remaining in the third period. Wolverines with it back behind the net. They're going to bring it out the far side. Rostello tipped it up just over the red line. No ice called here. Pushed up the boards. Kept in by Babcock. Fed out to Babcock at the top of the circle. Moved out onto the far side. It's going to get sent in from Fredrickson. 10:49 here remaining in the third period. Great battle here between these two teams. We're all tied up 3 apiece at the historic Coliseum in Calumet. Babcock chases down Anderson there. Anderson able to move it around the back of the net. Bellinger tosses it off, and it's moved ahead there by Ruther. Excuse me, by Rukamp. Fed ahead, Chris. Catch up, man. Ruther moves it across to Andrews. Going to come all the way back out of the zone. Going to be chased down here by Kyle Machuski. Andrews now bringing it through the neutral zone. Going to move it off to Phillips over here. He moves it across. He had Riley Christensen there at the bottom of the circle on the far side. Wolverines move it up the boards on the near side here. Going to be gathered up by the Deacons by Panzier back in his zone. He moves it off to Perper. Off on the far side. Perper sweeps it away back out into the neutral zone. It's going to be picked up by Dudanis. Dudanis back down into the Deacons zone. It hops up in the air. It's picked back up by Brett Locust. Has his pocket picked there coming into the zone by Connor Walchuk. Dudanis moves it up the boards. It's swept down into the zone there by Scott Locust. Dudanis sends it in. Loose out front, but Tuchas able to get in front of it. O'Brien moves it across in front of the Deacons net. Off on the far side, it's tossed high in the air down into the Wolverines zone. Bellinger tried to get down there for it, but we're going to have an icing here.
Scheduled for an 11:30 start time. Winner of this game will play the contest following at 2 o'clock Eastern. Loser of this contest is eliminated.
No. Shot comes in just wide. Well, maybe it is. Sorry, I thought there was one more on there. That was it. Got it. So all tied up 3 apiece here at the Coliseum in Calumet. 8 minutes to go. Puck's going to come all the way back down into the Calumet zone. Brought around the back of the net. It's moved out to Rostello. Broke up. Ruther's going to move it back down in. Hey, June. Left off. Picked up by Chris Shear. Phillips tries to throw it up out of the zone. O'Brien now brings it out. Back into the Wolverines' end. Coming across, that was Christensen with it. Christensen with it in the far corner. Poked away by the Wolverines. Looking for a paper? Hang on 1 second. They're all right here. And it's in the back of the net. The Deacons up 4-3. .702 Deacons pull ahead here, 4-3 over the hosting Calumet Wolverines. Wolverines have outshot the Deacons here big time. 44-19, they've outshot them here. Once again, a big thank you to our presenting sponsor, Visit Keweenaw. And the Wolverines tie it up. We're all locked up at 4 apiece, 6:50 remaining in the third. What a game. What a game.
Back and forth.
Hey, make sure I can hear you here, June. Try to get everything up and running here. Got Junior back in the booth here with me. Junior Stebbets joining me.
Time of the goal, 12 minutes, 58 seconds.
He's writing down some other jersey numbers for me for the Ice Dogs for the next game. Deacons able to get it out into the neutral zone here. Poked away. Michael Babcock getting the goal for the Wolverines. Kopanen.
Number 16, Aiden Williams. Time of the goal, 13 minutes, 10 seconds. 20, Babcock from 14, Kelvin, 16, Williams.
Babcock sends it across in front. Phillips with it now. Throws it all the way down into the Wolverines' end. We're going to have an icing here, 5:52. Near side face-off in the Deacons zone here. Brett Locus on the draw for the Wolverines. Off on the far side, Dudanis pushes it back down behind the net. Going back there to gather it up is Chris Finn for the Deacons. Pushes it up the boards. Dudanis going to keep it in. It's tipped up, though, into the netting behind the goal. 5:29 here remaining in the third. All locked up at 4 apiece here at the Coliseum. Winner of this game is going to play the Eagle River Falcons at 2 p.m. Loser, they're going to home. It's going to be golf season. Back out into the neutral zone here, Dudanis. Now moves it ahead. Andrews going to gather it up inside the Deacons zone, bring it around the back of the net. Tipped right out front there as he comes across. That was Brett Locus. Hubbard knocks it down back behind the net, leaves it off for Dudanis. Deacons coming through the neutral zone with some speed. Shot there high over the crossbar. Perper sends it across. Goes off of a stick of Sherman Mowry. Picked up back behind the net here now by Jermeau. He moves it across. It's moved right back to Jermeau. To Rostello. Giving up here to Maury. Rostello brings it around the back of the net. Here's Rostello with it. Steps out into the slot. Tries to center it back. Push through. Perper sweeps it out. Gives it off there to O'Brien. Pushed up the boards. Wolverines now send it back down into the Deacon zone. Perper's going to gather it up. It didn't quite make it to Perper. It's Tushas swept it away. McKay taking off on a hard hit there from Matt Yeo. Rostello with it. Top of the circle. He sends it in hard. Shot there looking for the 5-hole. 3:26 here remaining in the third period. All tied at 4 apiece. Michael Babcock going to face off with Steve Phillips. Swept out. Kept in the zone there. Swept up out of the zone there by Rukamp. Rukamp back down into the Deacons zone. Christensen pushed it ahead. Hubbard able to get it locked up. 3:13 here remaining in the third period. Wolverines outshot the Deacons here. Thank you, Junior.
You bet.
Greatly appreciate it.
Come back a little bit.
Sure. Perper pinned off on the boards on the far side. Kicked right out front. Pushed down to Rukamp from Panzer. Moved out high to Perper. Perper's shot broke up there as it comes across. Coming back 3-1 here, the Wolverines send it in hard. And rebound, still loose, right out front, moved across. And Babcock tripped up there by Perper. Moved across, thrown at the net on the short side there as he comes across the back. Rukamp tried to get a short-angled shot. Hubbard able to get it locked down now. He gets a glove on top of it. 2:26 here remaining in the third period. We're all tied, 4 apiece here at the Coliseum in Calumet. It's game 7 here. Win or go home for both these teams. Wolverines unable to control Deacons. Move it out high to the point. They're going to send it back into the near side corner. Coming out of the zone with it. Wilkes moved it off to the far side. And the Wolverines put it in the back of the net here. 2:09 remaining in the third period. Wolverines pull ahead. 5-4.
Officials have ruled no goal.
No goal called because of a high stick. Finn faced off with Lucas. Calumet coming back with some speed here now into the Deacons zone. Shot there on the short side as it comes in at a sharp angle. He has to dig it out of the top of his pad. His two shots. 1:59 here remaining in the third period. Still tied 4 apiece here at the Coliseum. Calumet able to control off the draw. Deacons sends it in, but it's gloved down by two shots. Swept out front and swept away there. Out front by Machewski. Throwing out into the neutral zone. It has to be gloved down there by Jermo. Dealt Scott Lucas, moves it across. He gave it off to Boberg. Phillips flips it out. Moved off here. Coming back into the zone with it is Christensen. Christensen behind the back pass to Phillips. His shot is tipped up into the netting behind the goal. Still locked. 4 apiece here. Wolverines have outshot the Deacons 52-21 here so far. Phillips out there to take the draw for the Deacons. He's going to face off with Sherman Maury. Maury able to draw it back. Picked up there by Jermu. Moved off to Rostello on the far side. He's going to feed it off to Matt Yayo. Yayo's shot deflected just wide as his stick was interfered with there as he tried to take the shot by Christensen. Christensen tried to send it out into the center to Phillips, but it was broke up by Deacons.
Last minute of play in the third period.
Over the crossbar, going to come all the way out. Phillips going to gather it up just out at his blue line. Going to carry it through the neutral zone here, getting the Wolverines end, but they're coming in off sides here. 49 seconds here remaining in the third period.
Looks like this morning's pot is $46, and that goes to the ticket number 217252. And that number is 217252. And collect your winnings here.
Timeout here. Timeout here to Depere. Been a great battle here so far. Back here at the Coliseum. 45 seconds to play, all tied here at 4 apiece. Calumet back in to the Deacons zone. Swatted away by the Deacons. Picked up there by Locus. Locus with it in the corner. Loses an edge, leaves it off behind the net. Pushed out to the near side here. Picked up and pushed back down into the zone. Back out into the neutral zone here. It's picked up, brought across by Karstu. Excuse me, that was not. That was Fredrickson. Anderson dumps it in. Johnson moves it ahead, picked back up, and that's going to do it here for regulation time. We're going to end regulation all tied up at 4 apiece. Short break, and we'll be right back at it. 10 minutes of overtime. It's going to sudden death. Free hockey coming to you live from the Coliseum in Calumet. Are you ready? We're underway for overtime. Tossed back down into the Deacons zone here. Deacons coming in 3-2. Shot there just wide of the net from Christensen. Back out through the neutral zone and into the Deacons end. Moved off onto the far side. Scott Locust looking for a centering pass here right out front to Bober. Moved off to the far side, picked up Christensen into the zone, comes out into the slot. Phillips just over the crossbar as it's tipped up into the netting behind the goal. Phillips on the draw for the Deacons. He's facing off with Morey. Wolverines here. Dudanis sends it in just wide of the net here. Picked back up by the Wolverines. Moved out high to the point. Moved across to the near side. Sent in by Dermot. Janu sends it in again. Broke up there as it came across by Panzier. Dudanis moves it down. Maury sends it in just wide of the net. Matt Yeo moves it out, gives it out to Dudanis. Tip there, just right out front. Beautiful tip by Sherman Maury. Phillips moves it out into the neutral zone, picked up by Christensen. Christensen in over the blue line for the Wolverines zone, and his shot is tipped up and into the netting behind the goal. 8:25 here in the first overtime period. We're going till we get a winner. Winner go home. It's do or die time here at the Coliseum. Who's it going to be that takes on the Eagle River Falcons at 2 p.m.? Is it going to be the Calumet Wolverines or is it going to be the Depere Deacons? Kicked out. Perper holds it in. His shot broke up there as he tries to send it across. He has to backhand it down into the far corner. Back there to pick it up for the Wolverines is Seth Copo. Copo brings it back up out of the Wolverine zone and into the Deacons end. Perper's going to push it ahead, but it's stole away there from him. Looking for a centering pass as he came around the backside was Carmenini. Purper with it behind the Deacons' goal. Moved off to the far side. Tries to send it out, but it's broke up there by Michael Babcock. Shot in. Puck still loose. Puck was still loose out in front of Tushas, and he was able to get the puck covered up here as one of his defenders swept it back into his pads. Moved out high to the point. Wolverines send it in front. Shot there right out front. It's still loose. Kicked out high to the point. One-timer there just wide. Going to kick out here to the near side. Pushed back down in by Kolpanen. Locust comes out, gets moved out to Kolpanen. Sent in from the far side by Bray. Going to go down the length of the ice here. We're going to have an icing. 6:44 here remaining in the first overtime period. Deadlocked at 4 apiece. It's sudden death overtime at the Coliseum in Calumet, Michigan. Mowry on the draw against Phillips. Calumet able to control off the draw here. Poked up. Rostello keeps it down in the zone. Moved out on the far side. Bray sends it in front. Glove down there. He's taken off his feet. Was Rostello. Turn back. Matt Yetto has his pocket picked. Coming back the other way. Christensen with it now. Back into the Wolverines zone. Moves it out to Phillips. Phillips, top of the circle. Sends it right in front. Hubbard able to get it glove down. And gets it stopped up. 6:13 here remaining in the first overtime period. Phillips comes down to face off with Mowry. Deacons able to control off the draw, but the Wolverines power ahead and push it ahead towards the Deacons zone. Coming across, Giroux sends it in. Tushas deflects it off into the far corner. Anders now with it, brings it, sends it behind the net to Bellinger. Excuse me, that was Matt Lichewski. Moved out to Phillips and back to Andrews. He gives it right back to Phillips. Phillips moves it ahead. He tried to feed it up there to Rukamp. Rukamp with it now into the Wolverines zone. It's poked away from him. Christensen tried to gather it up. Unable to do so as they had Clifton Mueller all over him. Danis comes in, breaks up the play, coming in at the net as it was coming in by Rukamp. Steve Phillips with it, top of the circle. He moves it out to Matt Lichewski. Matt Lichewski with it, circles back, turns, tipped out front there by Phillips as it came down in front. 5:13 here remaining in the overtime period. Once again, big thank you to our presenting sponsor here this weekend. Visit Keweenaw. Check them out on Facebook, Twitter. I'm sure they're on Instagram as well. Wolverines send it in. Deflected off into the far side. Gonna get moved behind the net now. Picked up back here as it comes onto the near side. Wolverines try to sweep it back. Purper able to intercept. Throws it out into the neutral zone where it's picked up back there by Johnson. Pass intercepted there by Connor Walchuk. Connor Walchuk's shot goes off the stick of Herbert. Puck's going to come all the way back in, down around the back of the net. It's going to get picked up by Pansier. He moves it off to Purper. Purper moves it ahead, gives it off there to Ruther. Excuse me, that was Christensen. Rolled off on the boards. Coming out from behind. Bray moves it out. Broke up there by Phillips. Phillips on the near side. Pushes it down below the goal line. He's battling down there with 3 Wolverines. Wolverines able to come away with it. They're going to move it out through the neutral zone, going to come down the length of the ice. We're going to have an icing here. 4:04 remaining in the overtime period. All deadlocked, 4 apiece here at the Coliseum in Calumet. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be the Depere Deacons? Is it going to be the Calumet Wolverines? Who's it going to be that's going to take on the Eagle River Falcons for the opportunity to play against the Portage Lake Pioneers? Out through the neutral zone here. Beautiful hit on the far side by Panzier. Puck's tossed up to Phillips out at the blue line. He throws it out, giving off onto the near side, coming through the center, to Rukamp. Move to Phillips. Phillips shot, knocked down by Hubbard. Brought around the back of the net here. Wolverines move it out through the neutral zone. Purper gathers it up, gives it off to Panzier. Phillips moved out into the center. Panzier turned it in, but the Wolverines send it down the length of the ice here for an icing. Everybody's getting it changed. 3:16 here remaining in the overtime period. Phillips going to take the face-off against Maury. Maury able to draw it back to Dremune. Maury moves it off to Rostello. Left there for Dudanis. Give it right back. One-timer there coming in on the near side from Kolpanen. Excuse me, that was not. That was Sherman Maury. Right up front, Matt Yale looking for the 5-hole, but Tusha is able to get it closed up here. 2:45 remaining in the overtime period here. Maury gonna face off with Phillips. Drawn back to Dremune. Here comes Rukamp with it. Rukamp looking for the 5-hole, but Hubbard able to get her closed up. 2:36 here remaining. Rukamp able to get a step there and make his way down to get that shot off. Faceoff's going to be to the near side of Hubbard here. Going to be Phillips on the draw for the Deacons. Moved back. Christensen moved it across. Right out front here, Phillips tried to get a hold of it, but Hubbard able to get on top of it. Phillips facing off with Lucas. Looking for a centering pass there as it comes across. Hit one of the Wolverines as it came across here. Wolverines try to get a shot off there, unable to do so though. It's moved back down. Fredrickson with it. Pushed up the boards. Phillips able to break it up. Back into the Wolverines' end here. Phillips moves it across. Shot there, Buffer save off the shot from Christensen. Tossed out through the neutral zone. Anderson chopped it down. Rostello puts it in the back of the net! Calumet wins! Calumet wins! Calumet wins! Calumet wins! It's a replay of Game 3. Eagle River and Calumet go back at it. 2 p.m. here at the Coliseum in Calumet. It's golfing season for the Depere Deacons. They've had one heck of a season. They got nothing to hang their head at. They put up one heck of a battle here tonight. Logan Rostello with the win. He gets the game-winning goal in overtime.
Number 24, Max Fredrickson. Time of the goal, 8 minutes, 23 seconds. That is Rostello, 11. From 12, Locus, and 24, Fredrickson, and 23.
Rostello with the game-winning goal, taking the home host team on to Game 9 here. They're going to take on the Eagle River Falcons. Coming up next, Marquette Mutineers and the Ice Dogs take the ice.
Wolverines advance to play Eagle River, coming up with a scheduled start time of 2 o'clock Eastern.
Get yourself out to the kitchen, get something to eat, get something to drink. We're going to step away here, try to get a better line of internet than just my my hotspot here that I'm using. We're going to try and get things figured out here. So we're going to step away here shortly. We want to get a big thank you to Visit Keweenaw, our great game day sponsor. Thank you for supporting us and being our presenting sponsor here this weekend for the 2023 GLHL tournament.